My company is I'm working electrical work. Then I will fill down, I think 5 meter and 5.5 meters. After fill down, I will. That time is I leg. Everything is, I think, almost is damaged. I cannot move. I cannot sleep. I cannot sit. I cannot walk. No. Yes. My down area, down leg is no working that time. I am coming 26 November and left 27 December, 1 month almost. Yeah, stay in the hospital 1 month. Almana hospital admitted is services very nice. D.ادريان is very good person. D.ادريان, doctor also Habib, Dr. Habib. Everything staff, receptionist, MRI, X-ray, nurses, services. I have no words. This is for good services there. No, I am going from here before 3 or 4 days before I am walking. All hospital is everything is good. Almost is 65% is 70% is very nice. Going, walking, toilet, shower, eating is okay. Physiotherapy, yes, continue also. Continue Hubar Alman Hospital. Also physiotherapy is all doctors very nice. Mr. Physiotherapy doctor, Mr. Irfan Hubar, very nice person, guy. He same like brother. Discharge, after I will discharge, I think 18 physiotherapy, alternate day.
I'm going to tell you the story of Mr. Kaltar, who happened to come to our ER being a victim of a fall down. After that, he sustained a spinal injury in the lumbar area. Unfortunately, he lost the sensation in his legs and the ability to pass urine. Once in ER, he was managed by our staff and our residents, and we discovered that he has spine fracture, lumbar spine fracture, particularly L3 lumbar vertebral body was completely shattered, and a big chunk of bone protruded inside the spinal canal, occupying almost 80% of its cross-section. Usually when we see such lesion on the CT or X-ray, we are very worried about the safety of the nerve roots, and we don't expect the patient to recover very much after any surgery, any decompression. Everything was done for the patient to be prepared for OR, and we proceed for surgery within 8 hours from admission. After he did all investigation necessary, we investigated the patient thoroughly. We did a very detailed neurological examination, and the patient had like 2 out of 5 motor skills deficit, and he lost the sensation in the perineal area, was unable to pass urine before surgery. So we did, during surgery, we interfered and we managed to decompress nicely the nerve roots of the cauda equina. My surprise was when I opened that the nerves were protruding through the fracture of the lamina, which is very severe trauma. And I was very worried about the functionality of the nerve roots. With very careful dissection under the microscope, we managed to separate all the nerve roots from the bony fragments, and of course the membrane that covers the nerves was completely torn, and we needed to put a patch there to approximate exactly as it was before the trauma as much as we can, and we did a fixation with a short segment fixation with short fusion, using very special screws for osteoporosis. In fact, the patient had a big issue with his bone quality. He has a condition named osteoporosis, and his bones were very, very frail, very brittle. That's why he developed such a extensive injury after a relatively small height fall. The patient after the surgery improved unexpectedly, I might say, because he recovered the motor skills very nicely, being able to walk right now. Of course, after a few sessions of physiotherapy, but the most important thing that he recovered is his bladder function. The bladder function is more crippling than the motor deficit. So we are very happy of his condition. He is now at 3 months follow-up, and his fixation system looks the same, so it's stable. There are some features that shows us that the fusion started already, so we are very confident that this patient will improve more in the months to come.